Hey, it's your boy Crypto Expat, back with another video. Been a while since I uploaded a video. I have been quite involved in crypto, doing a lot of crypto stuff. I just haven't been doing stuff on this YouTube channel, so thought I'd start doing more vids for you guys, because the crypto bull run, there's a lot of talk about it. I personally don't think that the crypto bull run started, like, as in it's not in full effect. I think it's actually going to happen later, possibly in a couple of years. So that's just my thoughts on it. But hey, I could be wrong. And again, no one really knows. But there's a lot of hype right now because of Bitcoin getting up to like 37, 38. And that's why a lot of people are getting excited again, So in this video I want to talk about Kaspa because there's a lot of people making videos about it. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it. So let's roll that intro and let's get into the video. So as you can see, Kaspa's it's had a bit of a pullback here. 13.4% down today, so that's probably a good time to get in, to be honest, because it did get up to like 14 cents. Bitcoin's down, that's why it's pulled back, but Bitcoin's, it's down, what, 2.3% in the last 24 hours, and I would say probably about 30, oh no, more than that, probably about $60 billion has come out of the crypto market cap, and that's why this sell-offs happened here. 36, we're down to 36.5. This was hovering around about 37.2 earlier this morning. So that's why Kaspa's down, and that's why a lot of coins are down because of Bitcoin price. Look, when I first saw this a while ago, I didn't pay attention to it. I just thought, a whole bunch of YouTubers again, they're all hyping a coin up. Because these days, it's all about the pumpermentals, not so much the fundamentals. And we can see coins that pump, shit coins that pump, meme coins that pump, not because they're, fundamentally strong. I mean, they do nothing, but the reason why they pump and can do 100x is because of the pumpermentals. Basically, people getting behind it, hyping it up, and investors file in while they sell out. So that's just the way crypto works. This day and age, unfortunately. So at the moment, Kaspa is getting a lot of hype. So in my opinion, I think it's probably more pumpermentals and fundamentals. They're comparing Kaspa to Bitcoin, but it's far from Bitcoin.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
There's a lot of things that they've taken from Bitcoin. The decentralization of Bitcoin. But it's nowhere, you can't really compare it to Bitcoin. The supplies are different. They have this halvings pretty much every year, which is a big selling point at the moment, that every month the emissions is basically goes down by 5%. So if over a span of 12 months, it's equivalent to having a Bitcoin halving every year, which is crazy when you can think about it. Okay, so it's at 12 cents, down 13.5% today. So that's probably the biggest selling point, in my opinion, when I saw this. Because really, DAGs, I'm not sold on DAGs because, we saw DAGs back in 2017. You guys remember IOTA, right? That was like the latest and greatest thing, Internet of Things. And it's just another way of just transactions coming in, making it faster, solving the trimella. That's all a DAG is doing. But once it reaches finality and it goes on the blockchain, which is through their algorithm, which is proof of work, then it's kind of like, irreversible from that point on. And that's kind of, again, going back to Bitcoin, how Kaspa uses proof of work, which I believe it's a much better system. Ethereum never should have moved away from proof of work because proof of stake is too centralized, So proof of work is more decentralized, and I do like that about Kaspa. There's tons of videos on this stuff. I'm not going to go through every single thing because this is not like a educational video about Kaspa. This is a video about my thoughts on it. So go and have a look at those. If you want to know the technicals, there's tons of videos about it. A good channel, Virtual Bacon. He does good breakdowns of both technical and fundamentals and fundamentals. He's probably got a good channel that I follow. So check him out. My thoughts is probably the biggest selling point with this is the emissions, and that's basically the halvings, and that's kind of like where this plays in. Like this 28 billion supply might seem high, but there's 21 million out at the moment, and it's all kind of like relative to where it is. Roughly 70% of the supply is out, and every month the emissions that's created, it gets less every month, okay, for the next 15 years or so. So yeah, it's deflationary in that sense, and the scarcity, that's where the scarcity comes from, okay. Also, the other aspect to it is the mining. It's really profitable right now because the price has been going up, but at some point the mining difficulty is going to go up. So this is like miners, the difficulty. So the more that the difficulty goes up, the less that will go around, because there's more people, fishing in the same pond, and there's only so much fish in the pond. That means everyone gets less. So you can see here, look at the difficulty there. Or like, July it was only 1.93 petahash. Now it's 64 petahash. Look at that. That is done the 64x in petahash. 32 increase, 32x increase in difficulty since July. So there's more miners mining this thing. Why? Because it's profitable. And that's why that's kind of like the other aspect. It's kind of like brought ASIC mining back. You can see all the top miners here on ASIC mining value are all like, Kaspa miners mining this K heavy hash algorithm. So that's why it's really profitable right now. And I think that, like anything, like all these supplier, actually manufacturers of these machines, of these Kaspa mining machines, you've got Ice River, Bitmain. Bitmain are notorious for just making thousands and thousands of these. People are going to buy them because they just go to this website here, they look at the profitability, and then they go, oh wow, okay, you mean I can make $200 a day? All I've got to do is buy this Ice River machine KS3, and it's on back order. My ROI will be 63 days, and it's only going to cost me 12 grand. Hell yeah, that's the way they look at it. But they don't realize that there's 10,000 other people doing the same thing, and by the time they get their machine, like everyone else, when they switch it on, they're not going to be making $189 a day. They're probably going to be making $20 a day. So that's the thing with mining. It's very it all depends on the supply and demand. And these companies like Bitmain and Ice River, they're in the business of selling shovels in a gold rush, and they will sell as many shovels as they can to make as much money as they can, and that's just going to drive the difficulty up and the profitability down. So we saw this happen. This is not the first time we've seen this happen. We've seen this happen with many coins. All right. So I would, to be honest, I don't know if I would get into mining. I would just probably buy the coin and hold it, because right now, at the moment, the price of Kaspa is kind of like going up, and it's kind of like exceeding the difficulty at this point in time. So it's still profitable, but once the difficulty goes up, keeps on going up, like we saw here. Once the difficulty, and it'll just continue to go up. Once the difficulty keeps on going up and it becomes less profitable for these miners, the profitability will go down, because this price of this coin is not going to continue to go up. Like, this coin has to continue to go up to, like, 30 cents, 40 cents for this for this mining to be profitable. So at some point, the price is going to like stabilize, and it's going to start to slow down. And these miners are going to have a hard time because they're going to have the equipment and they're not going to ROI. But the good news is, for you guys that are into Kaspa, is there's a community that's getting behind this, whether it's pump metals, whether it's just, I mean, it is pure hype at the moment, but there's fundamentals involved in it as well, in my opinion. So it has the best of both worlds right now, but I don't see the price going, like, it's not going to do, like, in my opinion, it's probably going to do like another 3 or 4x. So probably about 50 cents, around about 50 cents, maybe 60 cents. Like, that's conservative numbers, okay? Yeah, if it blows through $1, yeah, great. But you look at this market cap here; it's 2,600,000,000. So to do a 4x from now would bring it to 48 cents, or say, let's just say 50 cents round off. That would mean that this would move 26 times 4. You're looking at a 10 billion market cap. So this would go in the top 10. I believe it can get in the top 10. It can get into like a 10 billion market cap, and sort of kick out Polygon, Avalanche, Chainlink, Tron, and Dogecoin. I don't know why Cardano's done there. It still does nothing. But that Cardano is a perfect example of a coin that does nothing, and people bought it, and it's only there because of the fundamentals. So there's hope for Kaspa yet, because it's a combination of fundamentals and actually fundamentals. This could move up, but it's not a Bitcoin, okay? So they're talking about the development of Kaspa, how they're gonna have these roll-ups. So it's got this. They're gonna build this connectivity with the Ethereum virtual machine, so then you can have smart contracts. Have smart contracts on top, but that hasn't happened yet. But in the community, they're all talking it up, right? Hey, you know what? This is going to be like Bitcoin, but it's going to have smart contracts. Then it's going to be better than Ethereum because the scalability be there, and you don't have the don't have the high fees. So that hasn't happened yet. There is no Ethereum virtual machine, kind of like a plug that plugs Kaspa into the Ethereum network, if you want to call it, with smart contracts. So then it can interact again with everything else that interacts with Ethereum, which is a lot. That hasn't happened yet. It has potential to do a lot of things, but also just be conservative and don't buy into the hype of, hey, you know what, smart contracts are coming. That's not a good way to think about it, because it may never happen. So that's why, I have got a bag of this, but I've only got a small bag of it, okay? But I certainly think it's a good project, simply because of the emissions. Let's go and have a look at the emissions. When I saw this, I was like, holy crap. So this is like the USP, unique selling proposition. Because here we're like a 25th month here, right, November. And if you basically look at these numbers and then you kind of work it out, it's about 5% every month the emissions basically decreases. Okay, so less. And based off that, See this here, this third section, this was section here, this third row here, where my little cursor is. See, you can see here, like we're in the 3rd month, 25th month now. This is the emissions here. 490 million will be mined, and then next month, 26th month, which is December, there's only going to be 386 million. So that's basically 5%. So if you add up all these five, like, see how it's got that line and line? They're the years. So we're in 2nd year. So by the time we get into the 3rd year, yeah, it's going to keep on going. The emissions, there's going to be less and less and less mined, which is going to make it more scarce, right? But if you look at here, right, you got yeah, if you basically add all them up in the whole year, it's basically like 100% with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fives. It's about 60. It's like less than quite, not quite like 100%. That it it produces less. So essentially, it's like having a Bitcoin halving. Not quite, but very similar to having a Bitcoin halving every year, whereas Bitcoin has a halving every 4 years. Kaspa has a halving like every year. So that will have a massive effect with the supply, which should theoretically become more scarce. Well, not theoretically, it will become more scarce. And provided that the demand can keep up, supply and demand, rule of economics, that means that the price of this should go up. And if it does, then the miners will still be happy because they'll still be profitable. So then my thoughts on Kaspa. I would just do some more research on it. This is the mission schedule here. I wouldn't get too don't go out and buy the fanboy shirt and or get a tattoo on your ass that says Kaspa. Just take it with a grain of salt. Do some more research into it. Definitely is a good project, but there's also a lot of hype. All right, and I don't like it when there's a lot of hype. That's the only factor that's pushing the price up. Because you know what goes up will come down, right? Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll endeavour to do more videos when I get more time, and leave your comments below.